Happy New Year, everybody. It's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Brigadier Darman, who wanted a Gouf in the Noisy Fairy Squadron colors. I went with the Visch Donahue Gouf, just because, for whatever reason, I felt like Alma would be the one to use a Gouf, and she would want the one with the double dodge roll and the pretty good melee pattern. It's relatively fast-moving and acrobatic, and that just kind of struck me as right for her. So, but yeah, I think the colors came out pretty well. I adjusted them a little bit from the default Noisy Fairy colors just to get a little bit more contrast between the white, the lavender, and the deeper purple, which lilac maybe. I'm not, I don't know what the colors are called, I just know that they're colors. And I'm already out of feet because there's a GOG here. But now that I know there's a GOG here, that's good because I can do things about that, like that. This is the reason I wanted this version of this particular round to come up, because I didn't know I could do this. Just took the shot through the floor and got the kill. I did not know you could shoot through that floor. So that's, I learned something new today, and, you know, I'm betting I'm not the only one, though I'm sure there's other people who'd found that out. But yeah, so far so good. Did pretty well for not having feet there for a second. But yeah, in terms of fighting GOGs, the Gouf VD has got some good tools for it. It's got that nice sweeping downswing to get in and knock things down. And it's got the heat rod, which can actually break through the GOG's stun defenses and stop it. So it's a good choice. And it's just pretty good in general, so that's good. And here is the GOG. And GOGs can also get build stunned, so I was trying to do that, but I just didn't have time, and sometimes you just have to go in and, you know, take your swing, which I did. And got the heat rod too. It is about to die. The second its iframes drop, I can shoot it, or one of us can. Doesn't have to be me. Would prefer if it was. Thought I could get the heat rod in there, but no. And I thought I could get out of the way. I could tackle before it could start swinging. Also no. But our Gym Striker bailed me out, so that's fine. And I've still got a good amount of health, so I can keep fighting. And I'm going to go help the Gym Striker with this Ifrit Doug Schneid type. That being, of course, a separate machine from the Ifrit Schneid. They are different specs. But yeah, it is. The Visch Gouf is pretty good. It is still, you know, after all this time, one of the better things in the at its starting cost of 300. And I really, this is just another one of those fixation moments where I should not have bothered. I should have hid and tried to get away back towards my team. But yeah, I tried to take on a support in a really good elevated position, and that is one thing that the Visch Donahue Gouf is not really suited for, because of all the, you know, being a general and taking a lot of damage from that. So yeah, bad choice, but so far I think I'm doing pretty well. And we're doing pretty well collectively, 3990 to 2485. It's a good start. So yeah, 4 minutes left. Yeah, that's not a bad place to be. And there is the other Visch Gouf, which is now heavy staggered. And since other people were fighting, I decided rather than move in, I better deal with the enemies that can be bothering me at the moment. Which I think I mentioned that lately. Just one of the things I noticed is that in some of those tournaments that happened a little while back is that a lot of the winning players were not, you know, worrying so much about making the kills themselves. They were worried about distributing stuns to stop the enemy team from being able to harm their team, and getting in as much damage as they could once nobody was shooting them, which seems to be, you know, fairly viable strategy. And yeah, something on a good day I try to remember to do. But, you know, I feel like just strategies like that tend to work out better at lower costs, not because there's anything. I mean, low cost does have its specific feel compared to high cost stuff, but it's also just the fact that you're more likely to not be in a main character suit at low cost, and I think that kind of actually helps you adopt a mentality, or at least helps me adopt a mentality where I'm more likely to do what is necessary for the team. That's just kind of a theory I've had lately about how I think about these things, that, you know, and that sometimes at higher cost, when I or someone else I'm fighting against try to play as much like a main character as possible, is when they tend to get killed, because we do not so much have the plot armor. It's not there, so it's hard to remember to play this some of these remarkable main character machines with 3 or 4 different flavors of funnel and beam shielding and all this great stuff. Remember to play those in a cooperative team shooter. I kind of get, I think, why it's why it gets the way it does sometimes at higher costs, but also just, if I can stop doing that, it will be better for everyone, especially me, and especially my patients. So, I feel like, I just kind of feel like for the most part, my technical skills with this game are decent at this point. I know pretty much how everything works. I know, how to use various skills, various mobile suits. I know a lot of attack spacing like that. So, what is going to make the difference, I think, is mindset sometimes. And then sometimes I just have to not screw up like that, because that was just a flat-out screw-up. And I think, though, we've got the GOG now, or we're about to. And managed to stun that person. Okay, GOG's still alive. Well, I'll shoot it some more. It's about to drop. Got it. Stabbed it in the toes. But yeah, it's one of those things of, I think to improve further, I think just figuring out how the ways I think about this that don't serve me particularly well, or what I really need to be thinking about, trying to figure out. But that's just me. But yeah, 30-some seconds left. We've got about a 2,500 point lead. That is not insurmountable with this time, even at 300. They'd need to wipe more than a full team to get it, or with assists they might just be able to get there. But yeah, right now, just try to keep people alive. And just, I decided since that Doug Schneidefried was not fighting at the time, I wasn't going to go after it, because I didn't really see the point. But now that it's fighting, I'll do what I can. I'm just kind of hoping it would drop its iframes, but nope, it was ready for me. But I did catch the person behind it, so I'm not particularly upset. Also, we won, so there's no point in being upset at all. So yeah, it was a good one, and probably you'll see a video tomorrow that makes reference to a video that I scrapped with this, because I've got something better, and with an interesting little twist there with that one shot. 24-25, 6 kills, 3 deaths. I think that's decent. I hope you enjoyed it, Darman. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! But yeah, Visch Gouf is still good. That downswing is still amazing, which is why they keep putting it on new things. Because, yeah, just that range. That range is great.